Welcome back to Living with a Classic, and if you're new to my channel, I hope you stick around and consider subscribing. And today I want to try a new thing. Not really sure what I'm going to call it yet, but let's just call it a discussion, or maybe the sofa discussion. I'm out here in the workshop. We got three lovely V12 Jags over here in the background, and I want to talk about, you know, something that can be a little bit controversial, but bear with me. I want to talk about the environment and classic car ownerships. It's a lot in the news at the moment with that cars will be banned, or petrol or diesel powered cars will be banned by maybe 2030 and all these things. And I just want to talk about that a bit. I want to have a discussion here with you guys, so I want you to go down in the comments and let me know what you think. This will be my opinion of what I think. I've read through some papers to have a little bit of data here, not that much, just a bit, and sort of my opinion of what I think and how I feel. But I want to know what you think and how you feel. The only thing I ask is please be kind to each other in the comments. No hateful things, anything like that. I will remove that. And also, do not make anything political. Please don't do that. This channel is not political. This channel is about classic car ownership and the love of classic cars, nothing else. So keep that away from the comment section. That can go somewhere else. So let's just keep this about this video, and that's it. Now let's start. So I've tried to read through a lot of research papers and things for this, and I haven't really found anything specifically for classic cars. If any of you know of a study of that, let me know in the comments down below. But basically, I want to sort of see CO2 and cars is what I found. So I have a little bit of information here. I've just made some notes. I found an article from 2018, sort of a percentage of global CO2 and where it all comes from. So global CO2 levels, about a fifth of that comes from transportation. Transportation includes aviation, cars, buses, trucks, trains, you name it, all of that. Boats as well. And about 45% of transportation, so 45% of a fifth, is passenger road vehicles, and that's also buses, so anything that has passengers in it. And that's sort of the best information I could get. You could break it down a bit, that maybe 70% of that is about regular passenger cars, but then you also, some of that is ambulances, taxis, other things, so you can break it down quite a bit. But I haven't found anything for classic cars, and here's sort of what I want to discuss is, what is the future for our classic cars? Do we think that there is a future? Is it just not worth having them around? Will we be able to drive them? I think we will be able to drive them. I definitely do, but I do think maybe we will have to adapt in the future. Already in some countries, you can't use them all the time, or in certain parts of cities, you're not allowed to drive a car that's maybe older than 20 years on certain roads. I know that's the case in many European cities. But I think what will happen is we will get more and more biofuel. Maybe not ethanol based, maybe something else, maybe something that we haven't come up with yet, but just fuel that can be burned in internal combustion engines that doesn't, emit such harmful things out the back. At least that's sort of what I think and what I really, really hope for, that there will be a chance to, keep driving classic cars and, keep them on the road, because I think it's something that would be very, very sad to lose many beautiful classics and, saving them for the next generation. Also, if you think about it, it's a whole industry with classic cars, with parts, maintenance clubs and everything. So there's a lot of jobs surrounding all of that, which I think would be quite a shame if you lost. Also, most classic car owners don't really drive that much. We're not talking many miles per year. I mean, I daily drove classic cars for a year now, various different cars. However, I didn't drive very much. I was working from home, which meant I really only went to the grocery store. I went to my daughter's daycare and, to stores for things I got. So I didn't do any extreme commuting. So it wasn't really a lot. And here's also the thing a lot of people talk about, and there's so many articles on this, you can look it up yourself. But the whole idea of it's much better to keep what you have and continue driving that than to buy something new. And I will agree to a certain extent. I love the idea of keeping things working, keeping things on the road. However, if you are a person that does a lot of miles every single year, there are various graphs and charts and various calculators online that you can use to calculate how many years it would just be better for you to have a newer car or a new car with better fuel economy, or possibly an electric one. And there's offsets of how many years the CO2 of the development and making of that vehicle will offset the better fuel economy. It's not really, we're going to go into details of that. However, I don't think that really goes over to classic cars because, like I said, most of them aren't used very much. Maybe a couple hundred miles a year, a couple thousand. If you're like me and you have several cars, they all do a little bit of miles every single year, and all in all, together, they're not even combined. There are the mileage of what maybe someone puts on a newer car that commutes a couple hours every single day. So that is one thing to think about. Then we have one last thing I want to bring up, which is electric conversions of classic cars, which, even though it's a pretty cool idea, I personally do not think that electric cars are the future. And feel free to write what you want in the comments down below, but I don't think that that is the future. Maybe it's a little bit better than internal combustion engines, but I don't think it's the future because as it looks today, we don't have a green way of making electricity everywhere around the world. Sure, we have wind power, we have hydro and other things, but in most countries around the world, it's not 100% renewable energy sources for electricity, even though most countries will state, and most governments will state that even, dirty electricity, so coal-powered or gas-powered electricity, is still cleaner in an electric vehicle than it is in a internal combustion engine. I don't think it's the future. I think we'll find something better along the lines that will work better, and I don't think that converting a classic to electric is the future. I think it's better to keep what you have, keep a well-maintained engine in it, because you're not going to do the sort of miles in that car that I think will offset the CO2 of putting in electric motors and batteries and all of that. But that, like I said, is just my opinion. And yeah, this is a lot of opinions in this video, but I hope that you guys sort of liked. I want to keep this as short as possible, but that you liked these sort of discussions, and let me know if you want any more of them. I'll put links to a couple articles down below so you can check those out if you want to. Just some reading I did after Googling around a bit. And I really hope that there will be a way for us to keep classic cars, and I really think that there will be, because I think that there will be a new type of fuel in the future, maybe in 20 years, maybe further down the line, that we can continue to use in classic cars. Maybe we'll be limited, we won't be able to use them all the time, but I really think that the hobby is not going anywhere and it will continue to have them. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends if you found it interesting, and I hope that you guys left some comments down below so we can have an interesting discussion. Also, let me know if you want to have more of these sort of discussion videos, because I would love to make them. So until next time, I'm Adam. This was Living with a Classic. I'll see you soon.